Well, welcome back everybody to Elder Scrolls Online. This is Adrinari Leafcutter. You probably haven't seen her. She's a sorcerer character that I'm actually building because I'm chasing an achievement for sorcerers. There are two, one to get to level 10, one to get to level 50. However, you're seeing her because I just did the unlock quest for with Milara Falcon's Bane, only to discover I hadn't hit record, and we were doing the unlock quest for the Antiquarian Circle, because for those of you who want to hunt relics, it's one of the first things you're going to want to unlock if you want to develop it quickly. So we're going to just head on down to the, looks like we're in Necrom, so we're going to head on down to the Wayshrine here, and we're going to head off over to Western Skyrim, which is where you're going to need to go to unlock the Antiquarian Circle, which will give you your scrying and your excavation skills. So just use your, when you're in your map, just hit your, or in your Wayshrine, make sure you've got your pins, scroll on down to Western Skyrim and head on over to the Solitude Docks Wayshrine, which will be the only Wayshrine accessible to you if you've never visited there before. Rightio, let's go. So there are two ways to get into Solitude. We're going to actually go up the hill. We're going to ignore this poor man who desperately wants to give us the first quest in the main storyline. This is part of our quest by quest series, usually done with Milara, Falcon's Bane, except for when I do silly things like not hit record on the quest that I'm focused on. Forgive me. So we will do both of the Antiquarians Circle quests with our lovely sorceress here, and all of my usual characters. You've seen Valithia, you've seen my kitty cat, who normally does the quests for events, whose name I temporarily forgot. I'm having a lot of trouble. So what I wanted to point out when I was absent-mindedly doing things on autopilot is, first thing, you want to unlock the Solitude Wayshrine, because that will give you a Wayshrine inside the city of Solitude rather than you having to start outside and head on in. The next thing you want to do is go stand down in front of the Wayshrine here, and you'll see that there are a number of black triangles for quests. The one you're looking for is the Calling All Antiquarians triangle. So let's go. So you'll find this pinned to a wall. You can hit this, or you can go straight down to the Antiquarian Circle. I like doing it this way. Calling all antiquarians, do you have a passion for antiquities? Do ancient relics set your heart aflutter? Does your fascination with culture and history keep you up at night? Do you enjoy getting your hands dirty? The Antiquarian Circle seeks capable scholars, ancientists, historical naturalists, and explorers for an exciting new opportunity. See the world. Recover forgotten relics, solve ancient mysteries, dig things out of the dirt. Interested parties should report to Verita Numida at the Gwylem North Annex in Solitude. Make your mark on history. Join the Antiquarian Circle. Reginus Buka. Addendum. Only those with high intellect and an innate talent for the mystic arts need apply. VN. Rightio. Let's go. We are now looking for, let me just go into J. We'll go down to Western Skyrim, the Antiquarian Circle. That should light up our door quite nicely, make it a lot easier to find. And then we're going to head on in to the Antiquarian Circle, where I guess we're talking to Verita Numida.
Let me guess. You found the University of Gwylem's most prestigious historical society.
Let me start that again.
Let me guess. You found one of those ridiculous handbills Reginus posted all over town.
I did.
Gods, it's like we're holding auditions for children's theater.
Uh-huh.
Please understand. This is a serious commitment. You really wish to join the Antiquarian Circle?
The Antiquarian Circle?
The University of Gwylem's most prestigious historical society. We scour the continent for lost antiquities, collecting and cataloging as we go. We've made hundreds of discoveries, thanks in no small part to our scrying tool, the Antiquarian's Eye.
The Antiquarian's Eye?
An invention of our university's founder, Fire. It allows the wielder's mind to travel vast distances and find buried relics, truths lost to history.
Right.
Gazing into the eye requires no small measure of talent. How talented are you, I wonder?
Let's find out. How do I begin?
Admission to the circle begins easily enough. Just place your hand on the Antiquarian's Eye. If you possess the aptitude, you will attune to the eye immediately. If you don't possess the aptitude, the eye will reject you. Couldn't be simpler.
What can you tell me about the Antiquarian's Eye?
It's a magnificent device, alien in origin. As I said before, our university's founder, Fire, developed it along with countless other scholarly tools. Alas, he died before we could demonstrate the object's true potential.
And what does it do exactly?
It homes in on objects of historical import, much like a bloodhound, without all the baying and drooling, of course. We still don't fully understand how it determines an item's value. Just more proof of our founder's genius, I suppose.
How many of these devices do you have?
We recovered several from a vault in Elenir. It seems Sage Fire intended for the university's best and brightest to continue his work after he was gone. It took longer than he would have liked, I'm sure. But I fully intend to honor his legacy.
And what is the goal of the Antiquarian Circle exactly?
We seek the truth above all else. Written histories rarely give an honest accounting of the past, so we go straight to the source. Relics, curios, even ancient bric-a-brac. Anything that can teach us more about the myriad cultures of Tamriel.
Are the relics you find valuable?
I assume you mean commercially valuable? Yes, you can keep any relics you recover and do with them what you will. The Circle's chief concern is cataloging the discoveries and learning what we can from them. Everyone benefits from the arrangement.
And what is the University of Gwylem?
It's a school, of course. The very best, by any credible assessment. At least it was. What I wouldn't give to walk those halls again. This frigid annex is a very poor substitute. Very poor indeed.
And do you teach here?
For a time. I studied there as well. Despite all of Cyrodiil's struggles, I really did believe we could weather the storm. But war has far-reaching consequences, even for those who want no part in it. Especially for those who want no part in it.
So you've established a new annex here?
Here and elsewhere. The faculty scattered to the winds when the plane meld took hold. Fortunately, most of us survived, and we write each other constantly. I wound up in Skyrim somehow. As frozen wastelands go, it's really quite pleasant.
Right. I understand. I guess I need to go and inspect. Burns many marshes. Oh no. That's an excellent name. Completed.
Impressive.
Examine the
You
Antiquarian's
rarely
Eye.
see such an energetic attunement.
There we go.
Well. It seems I underestimated you. With a reaction like that, you may well rival Gabrielle, our most accomplished antiquarian. I wonder what secrets you might find gazing through the eye.
Let's find out. How does it work?
In a hurry, are we?
Well, yes.
We'll teach you to use the eye in due course.
Oh my goodness.
First, do you vow to uphold the principles and traditions of the Circle?
Yes, I do.
To catalog your discoveries for future generations and give a true accounting of Tamriel's history?
I do. I want to join the Antiquarian Circle.
An excellent decision. Mastering the eye is no small endeavor. But with Gabrielle's tutelage and my rigorous oversight, we may make a true scholar of you yet. Welcome to the Circle, Antiquarian.
Thank you.
Now then, we should begin your education in earnest. I suggest you speak with Gabrielle Benele. I can provide some scholarly advice, but when it comes to using the Antiquarian's Eye itself, you'll find no better teacher than Gabrielle.
And where is Gabrielle?
Downstairs, poring over more maps and tomes, no doubt. Honestly, the girl never stops working. I'd almost think she was trying to make the rest of us look bad if she wasn't so confoundedly cheerful. At any rate, she'll get you sorted.
All right. I'll go downstairs and speak to Gabrielle.
Speak with me again once Gabrielle's taught you the basics. I know I can come across as chilly, but truthfully, I'm anxious to get you into the field.
Why can't you teach me how to use the eye?
Because I'm not a mage. Don't make a face. I never said I possess the aptitude. We all contribute to the circle in our own way. You may wield the eye, but rest assured, my skill as a writer is no less important.
How does your writing contribute to the circle?
Not just writing. Few can match my knowledge of ancient history, aside from those who lived through it all, like that insufferable dark elf Devaith Fear. You may find these relics, but it's incumbent upon me to tell you what they are.
Ah. Right, it looks like we have inadvertently started the next quest in this series. So I'm actually going to do 2 quests in this episode. I know, look, breaking it with a different character, all the things happening. So we are currently on the Antiquarian's art. And we're going to go downstairs right after we talk to, right after we get our things. We're a sorceress. Let's go with Taylor. And I guess we're doing a ton of magicka. So we'll grab that. Let's have a look at our new skills. Do we have anything we can add? Not yet. Scrying? No. Have we joined a guild with this one yet? Yes, but we did not do intimidation. Let's do intimidation with her. And let's grab our mage's guild and do persuasive. So we've got some options. Unlike my other characters, she hasn't gone through the main story quest line first. Because before she was started before before they brought in update 44. Let's go downstairs and find Gabrielle for our second quest for this episode, the Antiquarian's art.
Ah, you must be the Antiquarian Circle's most recent addition, eh? Greetings.
Yeah.
Sorry for the mess. I'll tidy up down here, you know, eventually. But I digress. Verita wants me to teach you to use the Antiquarian's eye, yes?
Yes, Verita said you could use it better than anyone.
Wow, really? That's uncharacteristically gracious of her. Huh. Well, anyway, let's get started. It all begins with concentration. The eye wants to show you what you seek. So, clear your thoughts, and conjure up a picture of the relic in your mind.
So I need to have a relic in mind? Then what?
The exciting part. Gaze into the eye and focus on the facets in the glass. Take a breath and try to unify the symbols into a single pattern. Eventually, you'll stop looking at the lens and start looking through it. Why don't we just give it a try?
Fair enough. I'll try using the Antiquarian's eye. Now what we're going to do, this is the Antiquarian's Codex. In this codex, it lists everything. When you first get this skill, you won't have all of this, okay? Because antiquities are shared across your accounts. So if someone finds a lead that they can't follow, but you have another character of a high enough level, you can just switch out and that other character can go looking for it straight away. So when you first start, you won't have any of these. All active leads, what you'll have is you will have a list of everything in green. These are the leads you get for free. The other leads that you're seeing in my list are leads that I've found when I've been looking for things. So you'll first see a list of just everything in green if you've never had the Antiquarian's skill lines unlocked before. I've managed to clear out all of them bar one. Alrighty. So what we need to do now, before we go any further, I'm going to go into my inventory. I'm going to go across the top here. We've got items, ESO plus bag, which you can unlock by getting ESO plus. Very handy if you're gathering a lot of things. Currency, which reminds me, so I have 9 event tickets, radio. Crafting Ritz handbill, which she'll be chasing up later. And you have this thing called quick slots. So I'm just going to go down to all quick slots. So these are all the things you can put in your quick slots. What I'm looking for is the Antiquarian's eye. I'm going to hit E. You hover over it, highlight it, or click on it, and then click E to add to your circle. Now I'm actually just going to grab that and move it up here. Radio. Many of these items are actually items picked up by my other character. and you won't have them in here unless your other characters have them. So these quick slot items are account wide, except for things that are very specific, like potions. I don't think I have any potions on her. Just go over to all, over to items, over to here. So I've got that already on there. These can go into quick slots. What I'm looking for is not here. Rightio. So without further ado, let's go Q, hold it down, highlight your Antiquarian's eye, hit J. We're looking for Gabrielle's Bottle of Proving, which is what we need for this quest. Hover over it, hit E to scry.
Well done. Now fix your eyes on the center and the corners of the lens. Then turn your focus inward toward the facets in the glass. Concentrate, and the facets should merge. Unifying the lens into a single pattern will perfectly attune the eye, but you only need to reach the foci to gain a rough idea of the object's location. If you lose your focus, just try again.
Rightio. So this is like a puzzle. You need to get all of the like symbols to get you close to where the eye is. So as you can see, if something's adjacent to the foci, as she called it, and you've got a trail of things leading to it, you go here. Now you'll notice the little gem in the top. This will run out of power as you do things. Rightio. Let's go see what she wants. Find the antiquity site. This is the other challenge you'll face. Antiquity sites can be near you. They'll always be in the zone you're in because you won't be able to scry for them if they're outside of it.
Looks like this is the spot.
So basically, when you go into J, go into Antiquities Codex, you go into current zone, that will tell you what you can scry. So I mean, I could also scry the Nord Scrimshaw pendant, but I won't today. Rightio. E for excavate.
Remember to move cautiously. Use the right tool for the right level of excavation, and don't rush yourself. Even careful digging can result in an unsteady dig site, so be mindful of its stability.
Right, it says you'll need to excavate it without breaking it, usually at this level. So we're going to hit R because we're down here focusing. I always start in the middle. Yellow is nice. Let's go over here. We'll see if we can find it. That's orange. It means I'm further away. So it's like a game of hotter and colder. There we go. So I tend to work in a square just to see if I can, just to narrow things down faster. You don't have to stab all over the thing to see if you can find it. You just need to get basically cooler. So if it goes to red, you're a long way away. Orange is a fair way away. Yellow it's somewhere around this area. So I always search in a pattern. You won't always get yellow in the middle though. Right, so we found one part. Now these things take up several squares. We want to know where it is. So, okay. Does it go up here? It does go up here. Alright, so I'm pretty sure, even though I've got 3 guesses left, that my antiquity is these 6 squares here. And to prove it, we're just going to go down the bottom here. That's yellow. We're going to go up the top. That's yellow. So all of these here will be green. Once that little thing hits 0, you don't have any more guesses left. Let's get to it. So we're going to go W for up here. We're going to go I'm just going to, I know normally because I have a second tool when you get more advanced, I normally clear a square of 9 squares so I can use that tool to the greatest effectiveness, but in this case I don't need to. Alright, you successfully unearthed an antiquity. It's now yours to keep. After uncovering an antiquity, you may be able to search for additional bonus loot if there's anything to be found. The Antiquarian's eye can identify and locate bonus loot, so dig strategically to find it. Alright, you'll notice at the top of the page you have a timer. That tells you how much time you have. These lumps are higher up than these lumps, so I'm going to actually just try and dig all of these. Especially since I only have 1 dig tool. So I'm just going to dig in the areas that are going to let me get down faster. And as you can see, oh, there we are. I unearthed bonus loot. As you can see, every dig is costing you time, so your timer is going to shrink. Once you've found all the bonus loot there is to find, or you've run out of time. So if you don't run out of time but it does this to you, it means you've found all the bonus loot you're going to find. Or you've broken the casing, which we didn't do. We found a notched candle as our bonus loot. That's kind of cute. We'll put that in our in-room. All right, now we get to talk to Gabrielle.
There you have it. You're a proper antiquarian now. Seems you have quite a knack for it, too. Just keep practicing with the Antiquarian's eye and master those digging techniques. I'm confident you'll be recovering priceless relics in no time.
What should I do next?
I'd report back to Verida and let her know you successfully extracted your first antiquity.
Great.
Don't expect too much in the way of praise, but trust me, she'll be ecstatic. Once you've checked in, start looking for relics. No time like the present, eh?
Could you remind me how the Antiquarian eye works?
Of course. We use the Antiquarian's eye to scry for antiquities hidden all over Tamriel. Anytime you want to search for one of these treasures, just open your Antiquities Codex and select the object you'd like to find.
And once I select an antiquity to search for?
Then the fun begins. You'll notice symbols swimming in the facets of the eye's lens. Concentrate, and try to merge as many of the symbols as possible. If you reach the eye's foci, you'll get a glimpse of the antiquity's possible resting places.
And there can be more than one location.
Indeed. If you achieve perfect focus, you might narrow it down to a single dig site. If you don't reach all of the eye's foci, you'll wind up with several possible locations. Luckily, you can always try again. It's all a matter of practice.
Thanks. Now, can we go over the excavation again?
Certainly. You should have a small array of tools at your disposal, some for removing large helpings of dirt and others for more precise excavation.
Which you'll get as you level up. All right, how will I know which tool to use?
That's the trick, isn't it? You'll notice subtle differences in the composition of the soil. To the layman, these differences of color and texture might appear random, but with practice, you'll begin to notice patterns.
Patterns?
Well, maybe not patterns in the formal sense, but shapes that align with the object you're excavating. These shapes can guide your efforts. Just remember to be careful. These are priceless antiquities we're digging up, not turnips.
What can happen if I'm not careful?
You might damage the antiquity, or collapse the dig site entirely, reburying everything you tried to recover. It happens to all of us eventually. The best we can do is stay cautious, and also sober. Some of the locals struggle with that.
Thank you. Now we're going to head on upstairs and talk to Verita Numida. Hi.
Welcome back, Antiquarian. I trust your time with Gabrielle was illuminating.
Yes, she taught me how to use the Antiquarian's tools.
Excellent. I had a good feeling about you, and as usual, I was right. From now on, consider yourself free to pursue any antiquities that interest you. We will catalog your findings for study, and together we will uncover the mysteries of this world.
Thank you, Verita.
You have a great deal of work to do, Antiquarian. Wouldn't you agree? We're all quite busy, truth be told, but I suppose I can make more time for our most promising initiates. Is there something I can help you with?
How should I decide what antiquities to pursue?
That is entirely up to you. What cultures spark your curiosity? What region of Tamriel do you yearn to visit? Or, if it's simple wealth you're after, what item might fetch a prize on the second-hand market? The choice is yours.
How can I find something truly magnificent?
Well, your Antiquities Codex contains only those antiquities we're currently aware of.
Right.
If you want to make a unique discovery of your own, you'll need to find a lead. Something that gives you a place to start.
And where can I find leads?
Practically anywhere, believe it or not. Tucked away in chests, in the pockets of bandits, stashed in musty ruins. Just explore Tamriel as any adventurer would, and you're bound to find some.
Yeah. Thank you. Now, what kinds of object will I find out there?
The potential applications of our discoveries are endless. You might find items worthy of display in your home, or discover a long-forgotten technique for body ornamentation. You might even recover jewelry or armor imbued with arcane power.
And what's the greatest thing you've ever recovered?
Oh, I couldn't possibly choose. In any case, my interest in these objects has less to do with their uses and more to do with their historical value. Amalian swore she found parts of a mechanical mount, but that sounds a bit outlandish to me.
Thank you, and goodbye. And guys, on that note, I am going to leave you. You probably won't see much of my sorcerer in the future, but she was a good stand-in for Milara today. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And I'll check you later. Take care out there.